Good morning. Local one today. I'm going to be doing the Easington Nature Reserve, Hawthorne Wood, circular 5.5 mile route. I had hoped to get further afield this morning, but the travelling was going to be a complete nightmare. I'll tell you a bit more about that later on. But rather than being a fat divvy and lying around, I thought I'd get out and knock the local one off. So the start point here, this is the parking area. It's not open yet, so I've parked just outside the gates there. Look at the moon. Cracking day. I think we're on for a brilliant sunrise behind us. I'm literally watching the sun come up over the horizon there. Unbelievable. That's got to be one of the most spectacular things I've ever seen. I've just watched it come up from the horizon there. Unbelievable. Moon, sun. So once you get to the top here from the car park, this route is taking us down there towards that thing there. I can't get out of that. That's brilliant, that. Across the rail bridge. That sun is as bright as shit. Had to put my shades on. Class, class. Following this path now. Coast on our right. Anyone that watches the channel regular might have been expecting some big epic winter mountain climb this morning, and I was as well. I checked the forecast for today and the wind had dropped massively over Cumbria on the tops, so I thought I'm going to go over and I'm going to do one. But my plan was sack the original route off and do something with no scrambling, no climbing on, just for safety in the ice. And I found something. I found a 3-way and right route and out and back. Very steep but doable with micro spikes on. Very doable. And I was set to go and do that. Then I found out a portion of the M6 near Penrith was closed, which wouldn't really affect us going over there because I could just go around. But coming back, every man and his dog is going to have been over them fells, and it was going to potentially add hours onto my journey. It's a 2.5 hour drive anyway, so if you add traffic into that, there and back, I could well have been looking 6-7 hours. And I just thought, 3-way and rights, potential accidents can happen over there, and then you're stuck even longer. 3-way and rights just wasn't worth it. So now I was thinking, shall I go and do something over the North Pennines? But the last 3 videos I've did have been over the North Pennines. I was like, nah, you'll have to do something different. Then I looked at the Yorkshire Dales, somewhere I've never been. I thought I might go over there and try and climb one of the big houses over there. Some massive hills over there. So I found something that I wanted to do years ago, and it just got put on the back burner when the lakes came into things, and it's sort of been at the bottom of the pile for the last 3 years. So I thought I'll go over and do that. But the main roads is absolutely fine. The approach to the start point to climb this mountain is up and down thin windy roads, and it was going to be -7 over there. And I'm telling you now, that Fiesta would have come off the road. I now find well it would have, and it just wasn't worth the risk. So eventually I hied the towel in, and I thought I'm just going to go and knock a local one off. I've deliberately not told you the fells I was planning on doing, because now I've got an absolute backlog of fells to climb. I think I'm sorted for the next 4 or 5 videos, so we'll assess it next weekend or next time we go out. You know, it's frustrating because the conditions are absolutely perfect. It would have been brilliant to get on the tops today, but the travelling was going to be an absolute bastard, and I sacked it off in the end. By you get some miserable gets. Her there, she's just walked past us. Absolute herd of dogs blocking all the path. So I'm like tiptoeing around the dogs and that. I said thank you, because she moved to the side. She gave us the blackest look I've ever had in my life. I could have slapped the chops off. Divvy. So this is the viaduct here. Head through here, it's going to take us into the woods. I don't know if you can see that, but some doyles leaned over the top of there and spray painted a racial slur upside down on the viaduct. Terrible behaviour. Oh, and he's written there, the right way up. Yep, so now we're heading into the Hawthorne Wood area. Looking lovely. Thomas the Tank! Right, I've got a right turn here. It looks like I'm going to be dropping down some. This is going to be fun. I'll try to get my length.
Turn right.
Ah, nah, man.
100 feet, turn left.
Aye. Didn't want to be rolling off that, Chief. I'll tell you that for now. Some drop that. Alright, I've come off the track here. I need to be down there. We're going to go down to the lower bit. I was just aimlessly walking off this cliff top here, which is never a good idea. Lad alive. Look at these steppings. Oh, never.
Left.
Not too bad, to be honest. Famous last words. Whoa! Canny little crack den. Slipsville. Gone canny. By the look of the map, we're now going to do a big circular round Hawthorne Woods. Eventually it'll bring us back and we'll go back to Easington Nature Reserve the way we came. There's countless variations of walks you can do over this area and I've done them all. Looking nice. So see if you can get some road air over here as well. Probably a bit late in the day for that. Lovely. The only thing with this is, if you're looking for solitude, you're not going to find it. There's dog walkers everywhere. Julian timber. Christ. Took some force to blow that out, wasn't it? Do you know what really grinds my gears? I love dogs, right? But people who didn't control the animals. So just back there, I was walking along the path and a dopey spaniel comes bounding out at us, jumping up, snacking, growling, barking. The fella comes, he says, "Oh, it's because you've got a yellow jacket on." "Oh, aye, mint, canny." So what happens if there's a bear walking and it comes bounding over and knocks the bear over because he's got a yellow coat on? It's no wonder dogs get a bad rap. Dodo. Lovely forest area. Past this sign here, start looping round. Dogs fighting in that one. What are you doing? See the sun starting to melt the snow on this field here. Still pretty thick there. Not last much longer, but I think we've got more forecast during the week. So next weekend, might be back out in it. We're now heading down this track here. It'll take us towards the viaduct. Back that way. Should get some nice shots of the coast. Sorry I'm eating starburst. Get some nice shots of the coast on the way back to the car. Back down and back up the steps of doom. Let's take a bit of a digger tour down there up to the sea. How do I get down here? Can't even remember. Do I go through this cave? I didn't know if I can get down here. It looks lethal. I can't remember how to get down this bit. Okay, now. Nah, I can't get down, man. It's all flooded. So it looks like I've had to come a bit further up That mustn't be the way down. Been a while since I've been over here. Frozen solid. You're not going to believe it, but that's that spaniel that was jumping and snacking. When I've come down there, it's done it again. I'll kick that howler up a height. Coastal defence system here. I can't believe that, I'm fuming. So you can get in there, like, can't you? I'm not going in there, it stinks. Honks of piss. That unruly spaniel has tarnished my day. It's put me in a right bad mood, that. Sorry. Some nice final views when we're heading back to the car this way. I'm not far from the car now, so I'll wrap this one up. The walk itself is absolutely beautiful. Lovely scenic views. Dead easy. What spoils it is the amount of dogs that's off the leaders. Unruly. The second time that dog's come for me there, I was that close to kicking its chops clean off. Bring the RSPCA here, I couldn't give a shit. If you can't control your dog, do not let it off the leader. That dog will go for a burn, 110%. I hope the people, the owners, see this video, because you're a set of pricks and your dog is a divvy. But overall the walk was alright. We're going to have to deal with this type of crack. With the sunrises being later in the day, there's a lot more people out, especially local routes. Until we get them bright and early starts again later in the year, I'm just going to have to deal with people. So, it is what it is. Apart from the dog, it was canny good.